Kabrunam, Nogoaka, Satindi Nuaka, Indi Nananama Bunaka, Bigaboa, Dutonka, Diromka, Dukumka, Difonka, Pindinka, Boa, Diejinka, Diobagama Bunaka, Nak on the Obuna, Per, Bigoka, Boa. Bigo, uwakon, uzukukon, somuba, maname pepe, zobu esiri, nako esiri njo, ne mebi undum, mebi uwaka. Bigo, ak ondi guaramka, nako aishi na yim guaramka. Onwe onya rala neju, ne wusawo esiri. Maybe undum, maybe ejoku, maybe ego mkwan, maybe ejinunu, maybe abu, kangu nuzuku ka. Bigo, ka siri obuna, na karotazu ne soya, karotazu ne foya. Agwale kwensu ne foya. Biko ka hangu n'uzuku, ka siri nke hangu n'uzuku, ka siri ọbụna na-emebi onwe m, mebi ihe ọbụna onwe m chọrọ jide n'uzuku ka ọnwụ n'akụkụ ihe ọfọrọ larụ n'uzuku. Biko, ka siri ọbụna na-emebi ọrụ larụ. Ka ihe ọbụla ọfọrọ, ka ewu njọ ọfọrọ na ebere njọ ọfọrọ lara n'uzuku, ka m jide ewu ọma, ka m jide ebere ọma, ka m jide ebere ukwu, ụwa chọrọ ji m ezọbụ ya, ka m jide ugwu m, ka okwu m kubu n'uzuku, na ka okwu onye ọbụla na-awụsowa osiri na asịrị njọ mmebi ọrụ m n'uzuku. Biko, ana m epe ekpere na-abaka ọrụ m ozibe m nke ugbu a. Ana m epe ekpere na-abaka ọrụ eji ekwensu m. Biko, ana m eji ekwensu m. Biko, ka iyi na-abaka ọrụ nke ọdụmma. Nako, ka esiri njọ ọbụla na-emebi nwụ n'uzuku, ka onye ọbụla na-eji esiri nke anwụ n'uzuku, ka ebere njọ na-ewu njọ ọfọrọ larụ nke ọsọ, ka ọrụ njọ ọbụla na-enye nsọpụrụ nwụ na larụ nke ọsọ, otu Chukwu na atụmatụ chọrọ ya ka. Biko, ka esiri ọbụla na-emebi uzuku nwụkọn, ka esiri ọbụla na-emebi okporo ihe nwụ n'uzuku, na ka esiri ọbụla na-emebi ihe nwụ n'uzuku, ka esiri ọbụla na-esiri njọ kpọmkwem ọbụla na-emebi kala aka na nwụ n'uzuku. Abụ m onye isi kala aka, abụ m ọpara ụkọchukwu nke ukwu, abụ m ụkọchukwu nke ukwu. Biko, abụ m ụkọchukwu nke ukwu. Biko, ana m eguzo, abụ m ezu ụwa. Biko, ka zọbụ oke ike sọ m, ana m ezọbụ esiri nka. Biko, ana m enwe iwe. Biko, onwem, abụ m Amadioha, abụ m iwe kpọmkwem. Elotu igeji esiri na asịrị njọ etete iwe. Biko, jide iwe, jide m. Onye aralụ ndụ ọbụla chọrọ wụsawo asịrị emebi ndụ nka. Biko, ka mpe ya, ka asịrị unu fọrọ nwụọ, ka ihe ọbụla unu fọrọ nwụọ n'uzuku, otu Chukwu na atụmatụ nepe. Biko, uzuku ọzọ son kampe ha. Biko, ka onye ọbụla hapere nwụọ, otu Chukwu na atụmatụ pere ha. Biko, ka ihe ọbụla shem souzuku, souzala, souzanyem kwano. Biko, ka Chukwu na atụmatụ pere. Biko, ka onye ọbụla ọzọ onye epere m nka nsọpụrụ, ka ome abụọ nakwa ka ọma ọzọ ka ọtọ osebruadu kochu. Abụ m onye isi kala aka na aga m wa asịrị ga nwụ n'uzuku ka. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. This is Chimoge. This is the second part of the segment where I explain the prayer. As you just saw, I did a prayer against gossip or Siri. I did it. Well, gossip doesn't translate exactly to a Siri. Gossip is really like a Siri that has no use, basically. But I covered it in there. All my not really translations of things I said. But anyway. So I prayed in my language. Most people call Igbo, should be called Akula language. I know there will be debate about that, but obviously you could debate in the comments of the video. That's not the main focus of the video. The point is I just want to translate my prayer into English so that everyone who heard it can understand. I don't want you guys to think I'm saying something you don't understand that could cause harm. So anyway, the whole purpose of this prayer is to help suppress gossip that I think has been negatively affecting me. Now, to be clear, I don't know exactly what the gossip is. It's just, as you know, for like the last 9 months or so, I've been going through, let me back up so you can see me better. I've been going through what I just call an ordeal, where, as a result of abuse, I ended up without a place to stay. Then I got physically attacked by my biological father, Anthony Ibe, his brother, Peter Ibe, and then the in-laws of their other brother, Magnus Ibe, a woman named Kalechi and a man named Paul. It took place in a hotel room. I was lured in there. I was just there to talk to my uncle Peter Ibe, and then Anthony Ibe brought in Kalechi, Paul, and one other. It looked like some mental health professional, without telling me to stage what I would just describe as a medical intervention. By that I mean, you've heard of interventions where I guess they think someone is mentally ill or whatever. I'm nothing of that sort. And to be clear, I don't know if there's a different medical term for it, but I believe the term is just a medical intervention. But he tried to stage one illegally because you can't, first of all, he's my biological father. You cannot, a lot has happened. I'm sorry. I get emotional. As my biological father, you cannot be the doctor presiding over any formal medical procedure for me, according to the ethical codes of Western medicine. Second of all, any intervention like that you'd have to tell the person, and I didn't agree to anything like that. So I stood up, I told him I didn't consent to talk to any medical professionals. Then, Anthony left the room again. That therapist or medical professional, I still need to find them. If anyone has seen this person, please tell me. This took place in room 801 of the Hilton Atlanta back on October 1st. Yeah, October 1st. It's either October 1st or 2nd. I need to check. I have the exact date out on stuff that I've written before. You can check that out on various written platforms. I have that out. And then also, I made a video before on this network, my family abused and abandoned me. I talked about it in more detail. But anyway, it was October 1st to October 2nd this happened. Room 801 of the Hilton Atlanta. And then basically Anthony left, the medical professional left. Mind you, I had a backpack on, I had valuables in there, I had my phone on me, I wasn't eating very much, I wasn't expecting a fight. I just put my hands up in my language, I said, leave me alone. And then, Peter attacked me, Paul attacked me, Kalechi stood there blocking the door. After that, I was lucky enough to manage to get away. Some medical professionals, paramedics really came in, shoot everyone away. I told them my story. They evaluated me. There was nothing mentally wrong with me. I had to go to a hospital just to get away from them, not because I had any illness, because legally the only way they could help me was take me to the hospital. There they gave me more tests. They did blood work. I was fine. So there's nothing wrong with me. No need for any sort of medical procedure. So anyway, as a result of that, I was homeless. I was moving around different places. It was a really bad ordeal. I got betrayed by all sorts of family, stuff I've talked about. And, here I am today, still working to get money to get fully out of the situation. Thank you to everyone who's helped me so far. The situation is better than it was 9 months ago, but I'm by no means out of the woods. I can't, as I've said before in other videos, I can't give a full update in complete detail about my condition, what's going on with me, because my hands have been tied by certain other acts of evil really that people have done to me. So I can't speak about everything publicly right now, but I will. But anyway, long story short, that's where I am. But based off of reflection, I put together that people have been gossiping about me. I think the gossip has prevented me from getting some money. I think the gossip has also prevented other people from reaching out to me, telling me the truth. I highly suspect that. And when I say put it together, to be clear, I'm not a person who engages in gossip. I just naturally am not attuned to how gossip works, really. People who gossip, I've noticed, they tend to talk in signs and symbols. They tend to talk in code. And a lot of them tend to assume that everyone's heard the gossip that's consumed them. So because of that, when people like that approach me, and to be clear, not everyone who gossips frequently or hears a lot of gossip is a bad person. You can have one bad aspect of your character and be fine. And also maybe you just hear a lot of gossip because there's a lot of gossipers in your circle, so you're attuned to it. That's not your fault. But, I'm just not that person. So I think people approach me, mention certain things that would signal knowledge of gossip, and I just missed it. But upon reflection, I thought certain things were odd, and then I realized that what it was. Because basically, gossip is in my blind spot. I just don't engage in it. I don't listen to it. My attitude towards gossip is that if I do everything well, it and all the people who spread it will fade away. And that's really how things are usually gone in my life. But anyway, so I put that together. Then on top of that, through prayer, talking to spirits, because then I talk to spirits, and I know, there are a lot of people who listen to me who are either atheists, or I don't think there's a lot of atheists, but there's a lot of closet atheists, I think so. I'll do a video on that in the future. Basically, a closet atheist is someone who pretends they believe in spirits or thinks they believe in spirits, but in terms of how they act, they only look at what they can see and touch, really. So for example, if you're a Catholic, you go to church every Sunday, you say you believe in Jesus, but you don't take into account spiritual messages. All you take into account is secular stuff. You're a closet atheist, right? So you have a lot of those people. Then you have a lot of, frankly, crazy Christians. That's everywhere in my family. People who only believe what the pastor says. People only believe what they think they read in the Bible. People only believe, what white people told them. I know a lot of those people will doubt my spiritual messages. And to be clear, how I use it is one source of information. It's quite frankly stupid to only go off of what spirits tell you. That's just going off of what one source is telling you. So I mix everything, right? I look at my life. I look at things I can observe. And to be clear, I'm going to do videos in the future. Should I get a chair? I'm a little tired. Forgive me. Give me 1 second. Can you guys still see me? Okay, you guys can see me. Sorry, I had to get a chair. I'm a little tired. I need to eat this morning. But anyway, forgive me, this is very emotional. Okay, this is hard. But anyway, the point is, right, a lot of people are stupid, but I'm not. So I listen to spirits. I have the ability to hear spirits. Really, most people should. Just people on this planet are unhealthy. I've talked about that a bit. I'll talk about it more in the future. I have a higher capacity to hear them than really anyone else, I'm told. But and again, that doesn't mean I'm the best at literally everything. There, a lot of people with talents I don't have. This is one talent I have. Okay, I'm not here to. I hate that I even have to say this. There's just a lot of bad actors out there, but I'm not here to say that. I mean, even though I'm audio, I've explained that. There's another video that'll go up this morning where I actually explain it in more depth, and I'll explain it more in the future. I'm a audio. Sounds funny to say, I guess to most people, but obviously, plays always a crucial role in the world. But that doesn't mean I'm the only person who knows anything. I'm not here to come here and say I'm the only prophet, I'm the only savior. What is the word prophet? Okay, the word prophet literally, Kala kind of literally is prophet. So, but I'm not the only one now. Yeah, so I just need to flesh out the details. As you can see, I'm learning because in context, I'm listening to spirits to make sure everything I say is on point. I'm still learning about metaphysics, still learning about all this stuff. Just because I'm a so-called pioneer in the field doesn't mean I'm not still learning, doesn't mean there are not other people who know things. Anyway, the whole point is a lot of stupid people come out and say I'm the only one who knows anything. I'm the only one with any power. I'm the only one with any talents. Follow me. Stop listening to anyone else. That's not me, okay? I'm just telling you my abilities and what I know, but I want to collaborate with everyone to move us forward as a group. But anyway, long story short, I listened to spirits, and then the spirits told me that, gossip has negatively impacted me. I need to address it. So I'm starting with this prayer. I'm going to put out a statement addressing it maybe later today, whenever I get around to, because I have a lot of different work I have to do. And then, quite frankly, I still, outside of work, I need to rest. I need to do things to relax. By the way, anyone who's in a very serious situation, like I was and still am in, don't forget you need to rest, because I've been reflecting on my situation. And one thing, over the last few months, I could have done better is actually worked less and worked more efficiently. Now, to be clear, I've been very efficient with my work overall. And I've been very responsible, okay? But I'm looking at things I could have done even better, right? So there's a time I was literally working basically 24/7. I should have limited myself to my daily work time of 4 hours a day on average. And then outside of that, rested and done other things. And then certain other things that slipped by me probably would not have slipped by me. So please don't think that just because you're in a situation where you can only rely on yourself, that you should work beyond your capacity. That's advice I would give. Because at some point you have to accept that you need help, but also you want to make sure your work is as efficient as possible. So even if you're working well for 12 hours a day, you'll work even better if you work for 2 hours a day and put all your work energy into it. Because really we work too much in this current society. One thing you also have to believe in is really divine timing as well. Because if you're doing everything well yourself, other things will fall in place. People will help you, will come. I've seen that. You'll have lucky breaks, things of that nature. So that's advice I'll give. And I'm gonna make more videos giving advice to people in tough situations, people who are homeless, people who just lost a job, things like that, because there's a lot I've learned on this experience, to this ordeal that I want to share to help people. There's not enough knowledge out there about that. But anyway, let me explain the prayer. So I'm not going to go line by line to explain the prayer. That would take too long, at least in this video. I'll do a future video where I'll go line by line. I'll probably, because this will go up on Chimoge's comments, I'll probably put up on Ozi Bengoku, the overall media company network, and just react to it. But anyway, I'm just gonna name the 5 big things I covered in the prayer, right? And then I'll re-up the prayer. So first, I basically prayed against, because again, this is a prayer against gossip, a prayer against Assyria, right? And I use the terms Assyria and Assyrian jaw, right? Which is like Assyria that should not exist, basically. So you have Assyria, most of it, most different categories of Assyria are not good. But then there's some more benign categories that are fine. But I prayed against the Syrian jaw, which basically covers all the bad categories, right? And especially the ones that are bad in my context. So first, I prayed against the Assyrian jaw that is hurting myself, right? So myself and all related things, right? So basically, anything that is coming at me on the deepest energetic level, any rumor, anything that's coming at me on the deepest energetic level, I prayed that away, as well as any other forces that are assisting it. So I talked about Ewunjo, which is basically like randomness that should not exist. I also talked about Eberenjo, because you have Ebere, same thing as Anyim, Oshun, Oshimiri, Romnaya, same thing. And then you have obviously Ebere is good, but it's one of the things. But anything has a bad version of it. So there's such a thing as Eberenjo, and really yeah, sorry, I want to fine tune what I'm saying. So Ebere is Anyim, but usually when you talk about Ebere in this sense, especially in the sense of prayer, you're talking about a specific aspect of Anyim, like Ebere is grace, and that's basically it'll do something, but you won't know exactly how it does. It's like, wow, how did that come together? So you have Ebere, exactly, overall good. You have Ebere Alma, the great grace, and then Ebere, like the big grace. Those are all good. So those will do something good or great for you. You just won't know exactly how it came together. Then you have a Berenjaw, which is that, but the opposite. So it'll do something bad. You just don't know exactly how it'll get there. So I prayed that away. And then also the Ewunjaw, right? That will assist with it. And then any witchcraft orange that's assisting it. Because people can consciously or unconsciously do witchcraft to assist certain narratives. Especially because, it's not just because people are weak, because the stronger we get, the stronger witchcraft would get. But after a certain point, people wouldn't do it because doing evil like that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, but I mean, in theory, someone could slip up and do it on a very powerful scale. It's happened before. We're still feeling the effects of that. I'm learning some things that have happened in the past. But anyway, that was the first thing. I prayed that away. The second thing I did was, I prayed away, prayed against any Assyria that is hurting my E. And your E can't really translate into English, but that's basically the sphere you exist. It's a literal sphere of energy and substance that you exist in. All your things and everything that spreads out from that exists into it. So, as related to that, I prayed against, wait, so I'm trying to remember, because for context, I'm trying to take notes in a more healthy way. So I'm just using signs and symbols instead of actually writing words, because writing words, it's not healthy for the brain. It should be done very little, if at all. We should take notes in signs and symbols. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to make sure I remember anything. Give me a second. Okay, thank you for that, for giving me a second. So anyway, I prayed against any Assyria that's going against my E, like my entire, we say being, but it is greater than that. So particularly, I prayed against stuff that is going against, the self of my world, which it's like bigger than my individual self. It's like, honestly, I need to understand it better, but that's apparently what I was doing with some of these, because again, I'm trying to summarize what I was doing. And by the way, back to the self thing, I also did big up myself. That's the other thing I forgot to mention. So, I mentioned, I am a Madioha. Oparuku Chuku Nkuku. I'm like the biggest first son of Chuku. Abumu Chuku Nkuku. I'm basically Chuku's best friend. All that. So I just big myself up, because whenever you want to pray, you want to big yourself up to have the power to go on. And I also got in a stance, because all those martial arts you see, you should use them while you're praying. At least if you want the prayer to be very strong. Sometimes if you don't have a lot of energy, if you're a certain type of person, you might want to pray weekly. That sounds bad. It's not necessarily. It's just you might not have that much energy, so you might be the kind of person who throws out a bunch of weak prayers and then they eventually come together. That's not me. I want all of my prayers to be strong, so I get into a stance and I fight. And these stances are also what you would use if you're fighting someone physically. So if you learn to pray properly, you also learn to fight and defend yourself properly. I'll do a video going into more depth in that in the future. But anyway, so I did that. But then back to the second point, prayed against the Siri that hurts my E. Prayed against the Siri that hurts the self of my world. I hope I got all that right. Yeah, I did. Prayed against the Siri that hurts my thing. So that would be a Madio. I am the thing, although I'm not all of the thing. But we all have a thing. Most people, it's an extreme thing. Mine's just a thing. But then everyone's extreme thing is mostly one thing. For example, there are people with an extreme thing that's mostly me, Amadio, right? So that if you pray for Amadio, that'll help your thing, right? But anyway, I did that, and then I prayed against a Siri that hurts my under things, my Opuri, right? So for example, the Opuri hand, they're kind of scattered, at least knowledge of them is scattered everywhere. An example is Aquarius. Aquarius is an Opuri hand. That's the same thing as Nakalakano, the father of Kalakano. If you want to say the father of Shango, same thing, right? And I'm just saying Shango a lot because I know more people know that term than the ones in my language, because it's the same thing. I just want to make sure everyone understands what I'm talking about, right? And again, I did these prayers because any negative talk, it'll affect you on the worldly spirit level. I want to stop saying the unseen level, because really when you grow your energy, you can see a lot of these spirits. So unseen is kind of Ushoku, it's kind of well, really it's Araloku, it's evil speech, right? But anyway, it's more than shit, poop speech. But then also, a lot of these things we talk about can be seen. Like, for example, something like, what's a good example? Skin, right? Skin is actually a manifestation of the thing I'm Amadioha, right? So I can't just say I'm unseen. I'm here. I'm a manifestation of Amadio. I'm one world, my overall thing, right? So, but anyway, it hurts the parts that in the world now, unfortunately, we can't typically see. Because anything that hurts your person, anything that hurts your E is gonna hurt all the things associated with it. So to just target it, I prayed against the Siri that will hurt those things. So that was it. The third thing is that I prayed against the Siri that hurts my world, because each of us is a world and we have our own world, our own sphere of existence. So I prayed against that. Fourth, I prayed against the Siri and the Sirinjo exactly that hurts my Atumatu, or my idea. So that your idea manifests on every level. It's like the blueprint for your existence, your design, and also it's contained in things like your reputation, your image. I mean, it literally is your image. Yeah, it's contained in your image. Sorry. But anything like gossip obviously can hurt that. So I'm praying against that. And I just prayed that any negative forces that are assisting that, any negative work, evil work that is assisting that, fade and return to sender. And everyone who is spreading that stuff, fade. And then fifth, I prayed against, and then fifth thing is I prayed that everyone who's listening to this, and everyone in the world, and everyone in the universe would support my prayer. So please double up my prayer, and give it assistance. I was tired this morning because I just woke up, but also I don't have much food. So I wish the prayer was better, because praying is it's like doing sports. It really mirrors it. So you're not gonna play your best game every day. I don't think this is my best prayer, unfortunately. Although spirits were telling me I did well, but I'm like, I think it's because I just felt really groggy and tired in my head. But anyway, please give it support to mitigate against that. And also, like always, I prayed that Shuko Natumatu, energy and idea, can't really exactly translate it, but basically I said, which in this context means perfect the prayer. So anything bad in the prayer, they got rid of it and then just make it how the world wants to hear it. So anyway, thank you for listening. Also, I was limited by my notes. Again, I'm trying to take healthier notes. So these notes I gave to talk to you in this segment, I'm pretty satisfied with. It flowed. Let me make sure these are fit to show. Yeah. So these notes, this is my overall prayer template note. I probably need to make them better. And then these are the notes I use for closing it out. They're still written in I guess words instead of using symbols. I'll learn the term. What's the term? Let's see if we can get it. Really, this writing is just called evil symbols, because just writing Edemede itself is evil. It has a purpose and existence and a little bit in the world, but when we're in the world, we really should use symbols to help us remember things. It fits with the mind more. But anyway, this kind of slowed me down. I did a prayer before. I haven't released the video yet, unfortunately. I'm still going to add another part to it, and I'm going to up it. It'll be on the overall prayer. It'll be the first daily prayer for OZ Benwuko. That's going to be on the OZ Benwuko network. And then the second part of that, I'm going to release here on Shimoge's comments. I'm going to be talking about Karotazu, who I did mention this prayer. Karotazu is basically a form of Ekwensu, who we want to shoo out of the world. It's the ways that translate into English are the salamander, little tooth, and what else am I looking for? Gluttony, although those concepts aren't really understood. By the way, the little tooth is the same one in that movie, How to Train Your Dragon, apparently. Spirits tell me that dragon is actually Karotazu. He's actually a malevolent force. So don't show that thing to children. And really don't watch it for fun. Apparently it's an unhealthy movie. I thought I liked it when I watched it, but I only watched it once. And when I think about it, some parts of the dragon were very disturbing. So it makes sense. I'm going to talk about that. But anyway, long story short, those videos will be out. But anyway, the notes did slow me down a bit. So pray that I get better at taking proper notes. It's really like just some lag time, because when I look at notes that are signs and symbols, it works better. And when you think about it, quote unquote, traditionally, Africans did not take these written notes. We had signs and symbols, and then people would remember things. And as I'm learning, really people had energy, so-called, really the word for it is powers. We had better powers. So you could literally just project an image in your mind as well to help you. Or not, you could use energy to project a symbol to remember what you were seeing, or show you an image, show you a video, whatever. So a big part of this is a species we've just gotten as a category, really, if I'm speaking overall, we've just gotten too weak because we're sick. One thing I'm really passionate about now is talking about how we're aging improperly, because we're really doing a million things wrong. Even stuff like our posture, right? So if we get a million things right, why couldn't we live for hundreds of thousands of years? Think about that. Look up aging science. But anyway, I'm going to close this segment out. Thank you for listening to me. Keep watching Shimoge's comments. Like, subscribe, follow, share the video with people you know to support me. Of course, also pray, re-up the prayer, which I'm about to do. But then also you can buy my merch. You could subscribe to me by joining Patreon, and you can donate. You can donate using Cash App, PayPal and Venmo. PayPal is, of course, internationally accessible. I live here in the United States of America. If you're outside of the U.S., you can donate to me using PayPal. And then please also donate to my GoFundMe. My GoFundMe is called Help Chimuge Ibe Avoid Being Homeless. Help Chimuge Ibe Avoid Being Homeless. As I said, I'm in a better place than I was months ago. Getting better each day, but I'm not out of the woods. And the GoFundMe is not filled up, so you can help me. And please, if you're here, I'm going to talk more about this. If you hear any gossip that has gone against me, just assume I haven't heard it because I have not heard it, and let me know so I can address it. Thank you. Okay, let me re-up the prayer. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to switch to my language now. Ha! Bigo, bigo, bigo. Konyo buna. Nrepen kanyen soparu. Bigo, bigo, kachukunatu matupea. Konyo buna ozonyen soparu. Kome abuobo nakokomozo. Ka koto. O seberu adu. Kochu ka. Abamonishi kalakanu. Shimoge nke rama hambu moge ka.